the Seattle Mariners AA affiliate, Arkansas Travelers, and your San Diego Padres, your San Antonio Missions. Live baseball coming up next. Cliff Karnitz, the man from the great state of Indiana, will be called to the mound to do the home side pitching for Game 2 of this 3-game series against the Arkansas Travelers. And we are ready to go, and here is the Arkansas shortstop, Arnold Suzuki. And we are ready to go here on this Saturday night. First pitch on its way. And we are underway as a four-seam fastball will be inside the zone for a strike going 1. Time now 7 o'clock on this Saturday evening. Hope everybody is having a great and awesome day. And gotta say, left of these 2 games against Arkansas. And it's going to be lined right there. Left fielder will take that one for the first out of the inning. And now we got the time to give you your starting lineups for the away team. And here it is. And we got Arnold Suzuki in shortstop, Sergio Valentine, the designated hitter tonight. Left fielder Johnny Combs, Keith Ogle at first. Right fielder Keith Roman, Tony Casto in center. David Freitas, tonight's Arkansas catcher. Bob Ortiz, the third baseman, and Jason Ramirez, who rounds out the batting order for the Arkansas Travelers here tonight. Here's the pitch, and batting is Sergio Valentine. 82 degrees, partly cloudy, winds 3 miles an hour, blowing from right center field, and gotta say, just beautiful as we get into this one. And that four-seam fastball is at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Got fans from Seattle, Washington watching as they watch their guys in AA Texas League ball. And that's going to be line right there. Here's another one that will go to the left fielder for the second out of the inning. Left fielder, Johnny Combs. And now bring up the Arkansas left fielder, Johnny Combs. 2 down in the inning and nobody on bases here in the top half of the first inning. Four-seam fastball, now on the count 0-1. Beautiful shot of our third base side, and we got a pretty good home crowd here tonight. Don't forget tomorrow's series finale game against these 2 ball clubs. The Arkansas Travelers versing off the San Antonio Missions. Now here's the pitch. And that curveball will miss. Now the count now 1-2. You've got to say, after tomorrow's game, the Missions are on the road for the final 7 times as they take on the Frisco Rough Riders, the AA affiliate of the Texas Rangers. And then Corpus Christi, the AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be chopped foul right at the plate. Now, when you think about the Texas Rangers, you think about good old Walker, Texas Ranger. Texas Rangers are what they call the best lawman in the great state of Texas. But even though you go to the Dallas-Fort Worth area and Frisco, Frisco shows that the whole AA Texas League is just great to have these guys aboard as a Frisco Rough Riders team and AA affiliated. Still holding on at 2-2. Walker, Texas Ranger, ran for a great 8 seasons. And gotta say, that will be strike 3 called, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the first coming up, and no score. J.J. Brayman will do the pitching for the away side here this evening, as he will start the bottom half of the home first inning on the mound for the visitors. Into the box now, the center fielder, Carlos Valentin. And we are set now for the bottom of the home first inning. And we are underway as a two-seam fastball will miss outside ball one. Don't forget, after we get back from Corpus Christi, Missions and the Midland Rockhounds play the final four-game set of the year. Don't forget our final weekend, Friday through Sunday games against the Corpus Christi Hooks. And gotta say, those dates are Saturday, September 5th, and Monday night, September 7th, as we wrap up the 2015 season. That's gonna be line right there to shortstop. And they will take that one for the first out of the inning. Time now to give you your San Antonio Mission starting lineups, and here it is. And we are ready to go. Carlos Valentin leading off in center field tonight. Art Sutter, the shortstop. First baseman Felipe Rodriguez. Batting fourth is Edgar Armas in right field. Ronnie Finch, the DH here tonight. Roger Serrano at third base. Left fielder Howard Ferguson batting in the seventh spot for San Antonio. Kenny McClendon at second base. And rounding out the batting order for the Missions here tonight, the batting ninth, Chad Taylor. And on the mound, Cliff Carnitz. Carnitz for San Antonio. And gotta say, this guy is just a fastball thrower. So he's pretty much a good guy on the mound. And that two-seam fastball will miss outside. Now the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be line drive under his glove. And that's a base hit right in the center field. And I thought the pitcher was going to get that one, and apparently it was under his glove, as you see through the instant replay. And gotta say, that was a pretty good line drive base hit in the center field, and that's a 1-out single. And they're going to pitch out here, but nothing doing, and that's ball one. Felipe Rodriguez, the first baseman for San Antonio, up to the plate. Base runner at first, and no score as of this point forward. And that's down low, a two-seam fastball. Now the count 2-0. Gotta say, he's pretty good. Like, seriously. Here's the 2-0 delivery. And that's in there for a called strike one. Now the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss on the sweeping curveball. Now the count now 2-2. Brayman is from the state of Georgia, I will say. And that's going to get away. And they're going to try to get him, but evidently that's a passed ball and a wild pitch. And now a runner is going to be moved into scoring position. So what a way to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Gonna be line right there, and that'll be taken by shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Edgar Armas.
Mission's right fielder Edgar Armas up to the plate now. Base runner at second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's a 2-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Raymond from the great state of Georgia, I should say. And he's down here for the Arkansas Travelers. And most likely hoping to get his way up to the Seattle Mariners affiliate. And that's going to be line right there. And that's going to be passed right there to the pitcher covering for that out. And that will end the inning. Only a hit and a base runner left on second. And top of the second coming up. No score. Arkansas first baseman Keith Ogle will start the top half of the second inning for the Travelers. And we've got a 4-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Tonight, Northwest Arkansas at Corpus Christi, as they will play game 2 of their 3-game set against the Naturals. And the right fielder is going to run this one down for the first out of the inning. And now we give you your defensive lineups for San Antonio. And patrolling in center field is Carlos Valentin, pretty much a center fielder in relief of the current center fielder, Arkansas right fielder Keith Roman. Up to the plate now with 1 out in the inning and nobody on. Swing and a miss on the 4-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. So gotta say, our current center fielder for San Antonio is off for the next couple of nights. And pretty much he will be off during the Frisco series. So, gotta say, tonight is basically his first night to be off of ball games. So, basically, that's pretty good for him. He's worked so hard, deserves some time off. And probably he's at the ball game with his family and stuff. His family might be down watching us play here tonight. And that's going to be pretty good. 1-2, here it is. And that's going to be popped right there to third. And he'll throw him out at first, and that's 2 down in the inning. Arkansas center fielder Tony Casto coming up to the plate now with 2 down in the inning. And nobody on bases. Here's the pitch. 4-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. So gotta say that was pretty good right there. Now here's the pitch, 0-1. And that's going to be a curveball, swing and miss right there. And now the count now 0-2. So my goodness, that right there was just pretty impressive. He just swung on and missed. Now the count now 0-2. And that's going to be high pop-up right there. Left fielder gets his eyes on it. And he will make the catch out there. And that is a Howard Ferguson catch right there for the 3rd out of the inning. Bottom of inning number 2 coming up and no score. Mission's designated hitter Rodney Finch up to the plate now to start the home half of the 2nd inning. So I got to say, our center fielder tonight for the Missions, Billy Richter, is off tonight, tomorrow, and pretty much through the 4-game set against Frisco. And pretty much he will meet us at Corpus Christi as he is scheduled to work the 3-game set and then work for the final 7 days of the season. And that's going to be hit high, and that one's going to be drilled out of here. Right there, a solo home run. And the Missions are on the board first. It's now 1-0 San Antonio. And that's one way you lead off an inning. A solo shot in right field. And as you can see, 396 feet in the air. And that ball is gone. It is out of here. And now bring up the third baseman for the Missions, Roger Serrano. Serrano coming in after the solo shot. And now here's the first pitch. And that's going to saw his bat right there. And he will step off and get on to first. And now you got your defensive lineups for the Arkansas Travelers. And here it is. David Freitas behind the home plate area. And he's got the catcher duties here tonight. J.J. Brayman from the great state of Georgia. And got to say, he is doing pretty good. Missions left fielder Howard Ferguson. And Ferguson's coming in tonight in left field. Arkansas Travelers 0, San Antonio 1. 1 run on 2 hits for the Missions. Got to say, these guys are coming prepared, like they are ready to win like they did yesterday in a final of 4-1. So pretty much after winning that game, San Antonio just absolute drilled that game. It is pretty good. It's a pretty good game when you have something like that. All right, Ferguson goes down as the second out of the inning. Correction. It was 3-1 on that ball game. My deepest apologies about that. Kinda pretty much got you by the legs. Haha. Yep, I did that. Most certainly. So the Missions won 3-1 against the Arkansas Travelers. 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And for Arkansas last night, 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Now into the box now, Kenny McClendon. 2 outs in the inning and nobody on bases. Missions strike a run in this inning. And Arkansas now coming up just by 1 run trailing. Now here's the 2-2. And that's going to be well hit. Oh my goodness. Right fielder chasing that one. And it won't get there. And that hops over the wall for a ground rule double. McClendon instant replay. And also we got wipes for him. That McClendon double. And that is going to be a Lucky Fans baseball. Cleaning wipes for section 101. And all through that section, you just got you some cleaning wipes by that Kenny McClendon double. Missions catcher, Chad Taylor. Taylor comes in as a base runner at second. And the catcher looking to get a base hit right here. And try to keep this inning alive and try to put some more runs on the board before the bottom of the second inning is finished. So forgive me if I was jumping out of conclusions, but I will say 3-1 the final. Missions win last night. So San Antonio's got 2 more games that they may win. So gotta say, I think and hope that they will sweep Arkansas and see if they could get going. Well, let's give you your who's in first place. And that will be ball 4. Before we talk about that, first and second now in the bottom of the second inning with 2 outs. And now bring up Mission center fielder Carlos Valentin, as he will take the place of Billy Richter. And that's going to be a slider outside. Now the count now 1-0. Rockhounds in first place, Frisco in second, Corpus Christi in third place. In fourth is the Missions. So San Antonio getting up in there. And then we're going to look up the fifth, who is in the 5th spot, Northwest Arkansas in 5th. So, got to say, they are in first position. Arkansas Travelers trailing in second place. Third place is Springfield. Fourth place, Tulsa. So, got to say, Northwest Arkansas look like they're going to try to get into the playoff rounds. And got to say, they better keep their distance and hope that they can keep up the momentum as long as they can here in this ball game. And that's going to be strike 3 called, and that will end the inning. So top of the third coming up with just a base hit, and we go to the top of inning number 3. San Antonio is out in front 1-0. Top of the third, and leading off for Arkansas, the catcher, David Freitas. Freitas coming in as we start the top half of the third inning for the Travelers here tonight. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a changeup at the knees for a called strike 1. Now the count now 0-1. Here is the 0-1. And that's going to be a 4-seam fastball. Now the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And it's going to be high pop-up right near first base. And the first baseman will take that one for the first out of the inning. Well, let's give you where everybody is at tonight. And gotta say, let's get right to it. Frisco tonight at Springfield. Midland at Tulsa. Arkansas at San Antonio. Northwest Arkansas at Corpus Christi. And gotta say, that's where everybody is playing tonight. And that, oh no, he drops it. And there's going to be an error right there on that play. He was just looking goofy out there. And indeed that is. The E7 on that play most likely goes to the front of the center fielder. Or, uh-oh, yeah. Sorry about that. That was the left fielder. My bad. Left fielder gets the E7 on that play. And that was not too good, I would say. Arkansas second baseman Jason Ramirez up to the plate now. Base runner at third, the tying run. And now here's the 0-1. And now the count now 0-2. And that one will go foul. And hoping to strand that runner. And that's going to be hit high. That's going to be a base hit right there. And uh-oh. That run comes in across the score due to the error. And now the go-ahead run is at first. And that's just a nail biter right there, guys. I will be saying that right there through the stream. The count now 0-1 to the shortstop of Arkansas, Arnold Suzuki. He was the fly out in the first, 0 for 1. So an E7 on the left fielder.
Outside, that's a ball.
And gotta say, that's where he literally, I don't know what was going on with him, but he literally think he was in a trance or something. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that's going to be hitting off the home bullpen. Now the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Strike 3 called, and that will be the second out of the inning. And Carnets gets that one. And there's Sergio Valentine, and here going to get that one. No, he will not get that one. And now you got a base runner from first to second, and he stole base. In now, the next batter for Arkansas. Up to the plate, Sergio Valentine. Now here's the 2-0. And that changeup outside, ball 3. Now the count now 3-0. Johnny Combs awaits on deck for the Travelers. And waiting to get this one in the on base. 3 balls, 1 strike in the count now. And gotta say, looking silly out there, the left fielder. And I think the manager's going to talk to that left fielder as soon as this inning is finished. And they will regroup back in the home bullpen. Full count now. Here's the 3-2. And that's going to get fouled off, and now still holding on at 3-2. And that's going to get fouled off. As Sergio Valentine still holding on, 3-2. 4-seam fastball, another one fouled off right there near the audience. Base runner at second, Ramirez. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Sergio Valentine will go down as the third out of the inning. Well, we have 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. And bottom of the third coming up, and we're deadlocked at 1. Mission's shortstop Art Sutter, single in the first inning. 1 for 1 here tonight. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, ball 1. Counts 1-0.
Now the count now 1 ball, no strikes. Am I being overly confusing? I think I am. As of some point in the stream, I've been stuttering my words. And that 2-seam fastball is going to miss outside. Now the count now 2 balls, no strike. And that's ball 3. Now the count now 3-0. Felipe Rodriguez awaits on deck. And yes, here we go. Here's the 3-0. And that's a 2-seam fastball at the knees for a called strike 1. And now you got 3 balls and a strike is your count. Three and 1. And that's going to be line right there. And that will go to the right fielder for the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 34, Felipe
Mission's first baseman Felipe Rodriguez is 0 for 1 in a line out in the first inning. Tied with one apiece here in the bottom of the third inning. San Antonio was reached on an error. Arkansas scores that run on a E7 error for San Antonio. So gotta say that was just bad right there. And San Antonio's gonna try to get this game untied. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the third inning. That's going to be line drive right there. Base hit right in the right center. And he's aboard. He's around first, headed for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3, and it's getting away from him. And he's going to coast into third on a 1-out triple. And look at this base hit right here. That was just nicely clean right there. And the Missions have the tiebreaker at third. And 1 out. A sacrifice fly will bring him home. And now the count 0-1 to the Missions right fielder, Edgar Armas. Ground out in the first, 0 for 1. Tied with 1 apiece, the base runner at third. So 90 feet away from scoring. And the Missions will get the tiebreaker broken in the bottom of the third inning to correct the mistake of that error and try to put the runs in and try to win here tonight. And then we have Sunday baseball. Baseball game tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. As we will wrap up the 3-game set in the last ever here of 2015 against these 2 ball clubs.
Ball 3.
And that's ball 3. Now the count now 3 balls, 1 strike. And Rodney Finch on deck for San Antonio. Arkansas Travelers, the AA affiliate of the Seattle Mariners. Missions being the AA team of the San Diego Padres, and that's going to get down. And the Missions will break the tie here in the bottom of the third inning and make it a 2-1 ball game. So gotta say, look at this instant replay here. And gotta say, now you got a base runner at second with 1 away. And that's gonna be line right there, and that goes foul. Missions designated hitter Rodney Finch, solo home run in the second, 1 for 1. And he's looking to keep this deficit, keep on going. And look out, that one nearly got him, and that's ball 1. So count now, 1 ball, 1 strike here in the bottom of the third. Now if you guys are listening to us on the radio or here on the First Pitch YouTube live stream app, make sure you guys are. You can check us out on MLBnetwork.com for latest scores against the Arkansas Travelers and the San Antonio Missions of tonight's game. And don't forget to follow us for the remainder of the season as we play 1 more game against Arkansas. And then we have 4 games left at Frisco of the year. Frisco, Texas, AA affiliate of the Texas Rangers. Frisco Rough Riders. And then 3-game series at Corpus Christi. And that's going to be lined up there. Chasing it. Gone! And Roger Serrano, 2-run home run. And he gets that one all the way. And he blisters that ball like no tomorrow. Beautiful base hit right there. And instant replay right there shows everything. And that one is out of the yard. So Missions are up a 4-1 deficit, bottom of the third inning with 3 runs home here. And now bring in the left fielder, Howard Ferguson. Strikeout in the second, 0 for 1 here tonight for the San Antonio Missions. "1-0, here it is. Down low changeup. Now the count 2-0. Don't forget, after we come back from Corpus Christi, Missions are at home, and the last 7 games of the regular season, Missions will play the Midland Rockhounds, the AA affiliate of the Oakland A's. Or call them Oakland Athletics if you want to, but you could call them whatever the heck you want. It's that simple. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to get line foul. And look out in the bullpen over there in the visitors. And now here is the 2-1. And that's going to be lined upward right there. Shortstop running after this one. And he will make the catch right there. Another shot at this 2-run home run. We played the end of the third, and the Missions are up there 4-1. Arkansas left fielder Johnny Combs up to the plate now. Or wait, I would be saying if it was a 2-run home run, it would have been a 3-run home run. I guess it was 3. I do apologize again if I'm stuttering and getting overly confused. I guess through this long course of the season, it tends to get that way. It has a tendency of getting that way. And the left fielder is going to come over here and rain this one down, and you can see how long that went. And he takes that one for the first out of the inning. The left fielder, Howard Ferguson, you see his top speed, 18.13 miles per hour. And that traveling speed, he got that ball with every stitch. And that right there is the first out of the inning. Arkansas first baseman Keith Ogle up to the plate now. And that's going to be lined right there and fouled off. And that will hit the catcher. Here's the 1-1. And that changeup outside. Now the count now 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. And that one will get fouled off. Now the count even things up at 2-2. Two and 2. And Ogle's going to foul that one off. Now still hanging on at 2-2. Another 2-2 delivery. And that one gets fouled. Still hanging on. A battle here. Another 2-2 coming up. Swing and a miss. A 4-seam fastball. And that's out number 2. Well, Karnitz gets the strikeout right there. And gotta say, that was just a absolute beauty. He pitched a 4-seam fastball, and that was 91 miles an hour into the catcher's glove. And now that bring up Keith Roman. Roman tonight in right field for Arkansas. Ground out in second inning, 0 for 1. Gotta say, one of the best prospects in the Seattle Mariners AA affiliate. Four-seam fastball. Now the count even things up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that gets fouled off. Now the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the fourth, 4-1 our score. As the Missions hold on to this one. Cliff Carnets, 12 balls, 45 strikes, 57 so far for this man on the mound. Gotta say, what a excellent pitcher this guy is. He's got confidence, he's ready, and he's more active like no tomorrow. Now that's going to be fouled off. Now the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that gets fouled off. And it's still a battle to get a ball high enough. And now here's a 1-2 punch right here. Strike 3 called, and that will do it. The inning is over. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Missions up front, 4-1. Mission second baseman Kenny McClendon, who was a double in the second inning, 1 for 1. Beautiful Saturday night as the sun is beginning to set. And don't forget our live stream beginning tomorrow for Sunday baseball. Beginning at 4 o'clock. As the Missions and the Travelers will wrap this last ever series and last ever meetup of 2015. And that's going to be line right there, and they'll get them out at first. 1 down.
The batter, catcher, Chad Taylor.
And now bring up Missions catcher Chad Taylor. First plate appearance was a walk in this game. Arkansas Travelers 68 pitches so far, as that 2-seam fastball will miss outside, ball 1. So pretty much the Travelers been pitching one heck of a game. And pretty much ball and strike is the most important goal of pitchers. So without anything else, that would be really bad. Any starting pitcher on the mound for any visiting team or for any home squad team, if they're not throwing that enough quality strikes, I mean, like, seriously, it would be. Now to 2-2. Swing and a miss and a slider, and Taylor goes down as the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Carlos Valentin.
And that's going to be a 2-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Okay, was my volume down? Okay, never mind.
1-1.
Somebody says, no, your volume is good. Volume is really good on the live stream, if you guys can hear me. Make sure y'all are coming into the live stream and tell us who you are and where you're from. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Here it is, and that will be a 2-seam fastball. Count now 2-2. So there's a lot of things I'm doing pretty silly on a Saturday night like this, and that'll be a strike 3 called, and that will end the inning. No runs on a few hits, but no errors. Top of the 5th coming up. Missions up front, 4-1. Arkansas center fielder Tony Casto will come up here to start the top half of the 5th inning for the Arkansas Travelers. And that is going to be line foul right and left, and that ball is out there. Now here's the 0-1. And that's going to be line right there to first baseman, as he will take that one close by foul grounds for the first out of the inning. And we got to say about this line score, 4-1, as we are up in the top half of the 5th inning. Just one lone run on one lone hit for the Travelers here tonight. Got to say they still trail by 3. And now bring in the next batter, the catcher, David Freitas. Well, Freitas coming in. And got to say he looks pretty good as of this point forward. Here is the 1-0. And that's going to be popped foul. And now the count 1-1. 13 balls, 52 strikes, 65 tonight for Cliff Carnitz on the mound for the Missions. 4-seam fastball. Now the count now 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. Here it is. And that's going to be line foul. And that will not be playable. And that will land bouncing up against the wall. 2-2. It's going to be line right there. A base hit. And that'll be a 1-out base single. And we go back to the top of the order now. And time is going to be called here, as we're going to have a manager come out and replace the starting pitcher here tonight. Lewis McCoy comes out in relief and replaces Cliff Carnitz. And got to say, this could be a night where Cliff is actually going to win. So pretty much I think he will, if they give him that chance, or he gets a no decision here this evening. Slider, now in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. And Arkansas third baseman Bob Ortiz reached on an error in the 3rd inning. He was 0 for 1 in the top half of the 5th inning. And that's a 4-seam fastball. 4-seam fastball. Doing a little staggering. I'm doing all right. Might had a long day today and pretty much tiring as of this point forward. Jason Ramirez on deck on a 3-0 count. And we're ready. Here it is. 4-seam fastball. Now the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Base runner at first. 4-1 our score, top of the 5th. So San Antonio is well in the works of hoping to win another one. And now that'll bring in a 4-seam fastball, and now load things up at 3-2. 3-2, here it is. It's going to be lined right there, and that will go under his glove. And that will be considered a base hit.
Second baseman, Jason Ramirez.
Arkansas second baseman Jason Ramirez. Single RBI, 1 for 1. And got to say, a double play is in order, in fact. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, called for a strike, 0-1. McCoy is a very fastball thrower, I will say it. And this is why his pitch command is always good. And when you have those type of pitch commands, it's really good. And that'll be a strike 3 called, and Ramirez will go down looking for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Arnold Suzuki.
And now bring in the shortstop, Arnold Suzuki, for Arkansas. And a 4-seam fastball. Now the count 1-0. Tonight, Suzuki was a strikeout and a flyout, 0 for 2 in tonight's contest. 1-0. And that's going to be line right there. And oh no, my goodness, he misses it. And what was that play all about? Base hit right there, and Arkansas will get another run in. Look at this instant replay. See, the second baseman was supposed to have that, but he misses it. Get Jiminy Christmas. Holy Toledo guacamole. Holy fudge butters. Arkansas designated hitter Sergio Valentine was a strikeout, flyout, 0 for 2. Tying run now at second. And a 4-seam fastball will miss outside, 1-1. Go ahead run now at the plate. And I gotta say, 1 out trying to get out of this thing. Arkansas still trails San Antonio by just 2 runs. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be line right there. And the left fielder will get that. And that was trouble that they got out of. 1 run on a couple hits, no errors. Bottom of the 5th coming up. San Antonio out in front, 4-2. Mission shortstop Art Sutter was a single in the first. 1 for 2 here tonight for him. And gotta say, night sky is finally coming on us here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that's going to be line foul. That had home run position right there. And that will go foul. Now the count now 0-1. 0-1. Line right there to first baseman. And he will ground out at first, 1 down. So Sutter will be retired in the bottom of the 5th, and now bring in the Mission's first baseman Felipe Rodriguez, who tripled and runned. 1 for 2 here tonight for Rodriguez. And that's going to be a 2-seam fastball. Now the count 1-0. Righties in the Travelers bullpen, Armstrong and Culver coming in. And that's going to be a 2-seam fastball. Now the count 1-1. Here's a 1-1 delivery. And that's going to be chopped foul. And the count still holds at 1-2. Brayman, 35 balls, 47 strikes, 82 so far for this guy on the mound. Now the count now 2-2. 83 pitches for Arkansas pitching. And I will say it right there. 4-2 our score, bottom of the 5th inning. And here's the pitch. And he's going to sweeping curveball, and he will chase after it. And that's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 12, Edgar Armand.
And now bring in the right fielder, Edgar Aramis, up to the plate now. And that's going to be chopped foul right at the plate. Now the count now 0-1. Armas tonight was a double RBI run, 1 for 2 in this ball game here this evening. 0-1. And two-seam fastball. Now the count 0-2. And that one gets fouled off. And still hanging on for one more chance. And that's going to be grounded out to the second baseman. And he will coast that one, and that will do it. The inning is over. No runs on a couple hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 6th inning. And the Mission still hold a 4-2 lead. Arkansas left fielder Johnny Combs up to the plate now. And that's a four-seam fastball, 0-1. 4-2 our score, top of the 6th inning. San Antonio is leading this game. And that's going to be a four-seam fastball. Now the count 1-1. 1-1. And that's going to be lined foul, and that ball goes out of play for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. And it's going to be high pop-up right near first. And that will do it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Keith Ogle.
Now bring up the Arkansas first baseman, Keith Ogle. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be line right there. Shortstop gets it. And they will make that throw out at first. And that's 2 quick outs here in this one. And now bring in the Arkansas right fielder, Keith Roman. Strikeout and ground out, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch.
0-1.
Now the count now 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that's going to be high pop up right behind the plate. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 6th coming up. San Antonio is out in front, 4-2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Arkansas.
Now pitching for the Travelers, Tommy Culver. Culver now pitching for Arkansas. As he comes in and pitch in relief.
Top of the mission. Designated hitter, Rodney Finn.
And here we go with the bottom of the 6th inning. And that will be fouled off. DO1. Down low, a slider. Now the count now 1-1. And we got Ray Torrero, the righty, warming up in the bullpen. Here's the 1-1. And oh man, forget about this one. And was that one even fair? No, it was not. Thought that one was going to be a fair ball outside the ballpark, and it would have been a solo shot if it would have stayed fair. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. And that 4-seam fastball. Now the count 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And it's going to be high pop-up right near center field. Chasing it's the center fielder. And he will make the catch out there for the first out of the inning. Now bring up the third baseman, Roger Serrano, as he drills in a 3-run shot in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And got to say, that right there, pretty good indeed. 4-seam fastball, now the count 1-0. And that's going to be a slider. Now he's going to swing and miss, and now even things up at 1-1. And that's going to be a 4-seam fastball. Now the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 to him. And that's going to be swung on and miss. Now the count out at 2.
Number 4, Howard Ferguson.
And now bring in a left fielder, Howard Ferguson, up to the plate now. Here's the pitch. And that is a 2-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Here's the pitch. And a 2-seam fastball. Only 94 miles an hour would make that throw. Now the 0-2. And did he go?
Did he go?
No, he did not. Appeal down to first and no swing. And that's ball 1. And that's a 4-seam fastball. Now the count 2-2. And that's going to be 3 balls, 2 strikes right there. And on deck, Kenny McClendon. And that is strike 3 called. Ferguson goes down. And that would do. The inning is over. 4-2 our score as we leave the bottom of the 6th to head to the top of inning number 7. Back here for Texas League Baseball on this beautiful Saturday night. And here's your line look. It's 4-2 our score as we get ready to play the top of the 7th inning for the Arkansas Travelers. Arkansas center fielder Tony Casto coming up here and getting ready to win this one. And that's going to be a 4-seam fastball outside. Now the count 1-0. And that's going to be a 4-seamer. Now the count now 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that's going to be line right there. Base hitting in the right field. And he's aboard to get on.
The catcher, number 32, JBaker.
And now bring in the Arkansas catcher, David Freitas. Freitas coming in. And he is just ready to go here. Here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball. Now the count 1-0. And he's running. And that's going to be a base hit right there. And, oh, man. That hits off of his leg right there. And as you can see, the instant replay right here. And now bring up Bob Ortiz up to the plate now. A single, a run, 1 for 2. And the Arkansas third baseman in this one here tonight. Got sacrifice bunt right there. And will he get him? There's one. And they will throw down the first. And they will get the out at second. And now you got corners loaded up, first and third, with one away in the inning. Get some out of this inning on a 3-6-4 double play. And now bring up the Arkansas second baseman, Jason Ramirez. And that's going to land foul. Now the count now 0-2. Do apologize if I'm tired, but I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. 0-2. Fouled off, and look out over there. And gotta say, just duck for cover when you see those high balls coming at you. And there we go. 3-6-4. No, it ain't a double play. And the run is in to score. And now we got a 1-run deficit. And Arkansas gets a run. And now bring in the Travelers shortstop, Arnold Suzuki. Single RBI, 1 for 1. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Here it is. Four-seam fastball. Now the count evened at 1-1. And that's going to be line foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. And that will miss on the four-seam fastball. Now that'd be 2-2. 2-2. And that will be strike 3 called, and that is the side right there. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Get up a stretch. Missions up front, 4-3. Mission second baseman Kenny McClendon was a double in the second. And gotta say, we're ready to go here. Four-seam fastball. Now the count 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. The 1-0. And that's going to be land foul. And that'll even things up at 1-1. One delivery. And that's a four-seam fastball. Now the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. And that's going to be lined right there. And that will go to the left fielder for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Chad Taylor.
Mission's catcher, Chad Taylor, up to the plate now. And that's going to be a four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1 to the catcher, Chad Taylor. Here's the 0-1. And did he go? No, he did not. That's ball one. Here's the 1-1. And that's going to be well drilled. And that will head to the left fielder for the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, Carlos Valentin.
And now bring in the Mission center fielder, Carlos Valentin. Up to the plate now, 2 away in the inning. Nobody on in a 4-3 game, bottom of the 7th. And that's going to be a four-seam fastball. Swing and a miss. Now the count now 0-1. Now 0-1, here it is. And that's going to be a slider. Now the count 0-2. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3 your score. Mission's trying to win this ball game here tonight. And gotta say, this is gonna be a 3-game series that, well, I will say that game like that is going pretty good. Well, this will end the bottom of the 7th. Mission still hold a 4-3 lead. Arkansas designated hitter Sergio Valentine will pretty much be ready for that. Top half of the 8th set to go, and a 2-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. And that's going to be a four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-2. Here it is. And that's going to get fouled off. And still hanging on there. Here's the 0-2. And that's going to be lined right there into center. Center fielder chasing it. And he will get out there and make the play for the first day of everything. Now bring in the Arkansas left fielder, Johnny Combs. Popped out in the 6th inning. Top of the 8th with 1 man away. It's going to be popped up, and nobody gets that one. And that's the strike, 0-1. 0-1. And that's going to be a four-seam fastball. Now the count evened up at 1-1. 1-1, here it is. And that's going to be line foul. Now still hanging on. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. And that's going to be right there. And that was going to be taken for the sure out. And that is going to be a slider. Now, 2 are history. And now we got 1 more to deal with. That is the corporate managers. And now bring in Keith Ogle. Here's the pitch right here. And that's going to be a four-seam fastball. And now the count 0-1. Or switch that around. 1-0. I guess it's the weather. Just ice cold. And he's going to foul that one off. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And that's going to be popped right there. And they will get him out at first. 2 down. Or 3 down. And now we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Coming up, Mission still hold a 1-run deficit, 4-3. And we will get ready to start the bottom of the home 8th right after this. All right, fans, we're back here for Texas League Baseball on this Saturday night. And gotta say, Ray Torrero will be called on the mound for the away pitching. And we are ready for the home half of the 8th, and stepping in, shortstop Art Sutter. And gotta say, San Antonio is getting ready. They are down to their final 3 outs, and that 4-seam fastball will miss outside 1-0. Torrero just started coming in, and we are ready to go. Here's the 1-0. 4-seam fastball right up in the middle for a strike, 1-1. Bottom of the 8th in a 4-3 ball game. Missions are only having 1 run, and that's going to be a base hit right in the left, and he's aboard. And that's a no-out single. Missions to look to get up there and keep this game going. Getting into the run column and winning this ball game. 4-seam fastball, now the count 0-1. Mission's first baseman Felipe Rodriguez was a triple and a run, 1 for 3 in tonight's contest. The 0-1, and that's a 4-seam fastball, now the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Down at the knees, strike 3, and that is the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 12, Edgar Armas.
Now bring in the right fielder, number 12, Edgar Armas. Here's the pitch. And that changeup outside. Now the count now 1-0. Right fielder Armas was a double RBI run, 1 for 2 here tonight. Here for the San Antonio Missions, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at 4-seam fastball. Now the count now 1-1. So don't forget tomorrow's game at 4 o'clock. That is right, 4 o'clock. Gates open at 3 p.m. So make sure you guys are here early as we wrap up this last ever game against the Arkansas Travelers.
inside.
3 balls, 1 strike, and on deck now, Ronnie Finch. Don't forget, after tomorrow's game, missions on the road for the last 7 games of the year. Swing and a miss, a 3-2 full count now. And that ball was right outside. Could have been called ball 4, but instead he swings it. And Armas getting a little too jumpy. And he goes back to first with it, back in standing. And another throw at first, keeping eyes on him. And another throw. And he just keeps on going. Trying to get him out and stuff. Here's the 3-2. And that's going to be line drive right there. Base hit. And that's going to be more trouble than it is. Runner coming home. And he's in there with a triple. And Aramis gets in there. And that's a 1-run triple. And I gotta say, that right there, just pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. Now, base runner at third. And another base hit will keep the deficit going, and still at 3. Missions designated hitter Ronnie Finch was a solo home run in the 2nd inning. And gotta say, he's 1 for 3 in this ball game. And that's going to be fouled off. Now quickly down 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Outside 4-seam fastball. Now the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Base runner at third. Missions up 5-3 here in this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be high popped up. And he will make the diving catch. Here comes the runner. And that will be a sacrifice fly. And as you guys can see, here's the show track of this guy, Johnny Combs, out there in left. Top speed was 16.27 miles an hour. Route efficiency was 100%. And gotta say, he was pretty good to catch that one. And that's going to be a curveball. And now the count now 0-1. Missions third baseman Roger Serrano was a 2-run home run. And gotta say, he did pretty good in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1. And that's going to be line right there. Base hit and right. And they're climbing on the hits now.
The left fielder, number 4, Howard Ferguson.
Now bring in Missions left fielder Howard Ferguson up to the plate now. And he's going to take a curveball, swing and miss on that one, 0-1. Strikeout in the 6th, 0 for 3 here this evening. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, curveball. Now they're down against it. 1 strike remaining in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 0-2. And that's going to be swung on and miss. And that will do it for the bottom of the 8th. Top of the 9th coming up, and one team can win it here, and we'll just keep it going. San Antonio 6-3 in this one. Arkansas right fielder Keith Roman was a pop out in the 6th inning, 0 for 1 in this game. And now here's the pitch. And we are underway. Top half of the 9th inning as that 4-seam fastball will be inside the zone for a strike. Now the count 0-1. 0-1 delivery, and that's going to be a four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-2. 0-2, and that's going to be lined right there. Base hit and right. And they're aboard with a no-out single, and a double play will literally just give them a whipping, and the likes of which that they will get. And now here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1 to the Arkansas center fielder Tony Casto. It was a single and a run, 1 for 3. 0-1. Four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-2. And that's going to be a four-seam fastball. Now the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2. And that's going to get fouled off. Now count 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-3 our score, top of the 9th inning. San Antonio is in front of that lead. And on the ground, there's one. And they won't turn a double play, as the base runner will be thrown out at second. It was supposed to be a 3-6-4 double play, but base runner at second will get tagged for the sheer out. And now all you need is a ground ball to get this thing over with. And that's going to be lined right there, and that's going to be a base hit, and he's going for it. And he's going to be in there. And now bases second and third. Going up loaded now, with still just 1 out in the inning. Arkansas third baseman Bob Ortiz coming up to the plate now for the Travelers. Here in the top half of the 9th inning as the tying and go-ahead run. And that four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. 0-1. And that's going to be well hit. And also well foul. And good thing that was, because that would have tied up the ball game. And that is strike 3 called. Ortiz goes down. And that will be the second out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Jason Ramirez.
And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be lined foul. And now bring in Jason Ramirez for Arkansas, the second baseman. Single, 2 RBIs, 1 for 3 here tonight. 0-1 and a four-seam fastball. Now the count 1-1. Last to their final out of this game. Down against it as their final strike comes of the night. San Antonio 6, Arkansas 3. And here is the 1-2. Four-seam fastball. Now the count 2-2. Here's the 2-2 delivery. And that's going to be line drive right there. And that will go foul. And now here's another 2-2. And that's going to drill him right there. And a run comes in across the score. And that right there, I hope he's okay on that play. Arkansas shortstop Arnold Suzuki comes up. And now you got corners loaded up with the go-ahead run at the plate. Here's the pitch. Four-seam fastball. Now the count 0-1. Now we're going to have a pitching change here. Here comes out the manager, and we're going to have Keenan McDaniel wrap up this game and close the door and grant the save to him. Save gets to him. Manager says, all right, I want you well focused. You got one out on the board. We could do it. Bring this game to its end and send these fans home happy. Here's the 0-1. Slider outside, 1-1. 1-1. In there for a running fastball. Now the count now 1-2 and those that came are getting up on their feet. And here's the 1-2. And that's going to be high pop-up. And second baseman will have it. And that will do it. The game is over. And the Missions will win the second game of this 3-game series. And gotta say, this one was well worth it. 6-3, the final score. And San Antonio gets the W here tonight. We got more ahead as we get ready to wrap this thing. And gotta say, we are ready to go. When we come back in just a few short moments, we go to station identification. And final of this game, 6-4.
Stands our final line score. First for the victorious Mission. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Travelers, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 16 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please drive home safely.
And so, as of this game forward, the San Antonio Missions win Game 2 of this 3-game series. Well, tomorrow is the last ever game between these two ball clubs of the year. The San Antonio Missions hosting the visiting Arkansas Travelers. After that, the Missions are on the road for 7. They'll head to Frisco for 4. And then they'll go to Corpus Christi for 3. And then back home on Tuesday night, September 1st, taking on 4 games against Midland. And then wrapping that series up on Friday night, September 4th. And then we get ready for the Missions taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks. Beginning Saturday night, September 5th. And wrapping up Monday, September 7th. And gotta say, that right there, done pretty good. Well, let's get you your final line scores. First for the victorious San Antonio Missions, 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. And for Arkansas, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Edgar Armas takes the save, or should I say the player of the game. I do apologize. 2 for 4. J.J. Brayman is the losing pitcher for the Travelers. Winning pitcher is Lewis McCoy. And the save goes to Keenan McDaniel. So McDaniel gets that one well in the works. Well, for all of us here tonight, I hope everybody has a great night. And we will see y'all at 4 o'clock tomorrow as we bring you the last ever game of these two ball clubs. Have a good night, everybody. From San Antonio, Texas, this has been Missions Baseball, the AA affiliate of the San Diego Padres. Good night, everybody.